Hey everyone, Lambo here. This is a live unedited video that I had asked you guys in my community posts on YouTube if you wanted to watch. Now, if you're brand new to this and you want some tutorial videos, please check out the pinned comment down below where I have a full link to all those videos. Hey, what's going on everybody? Especially this video to members of the channel and Patreon supporters, because I am just going to let you hang out with me while we record. What I want to do is take this guy and I want to animate him. I want to be able to put container blocks on him and stuff like that. So I'm just going to hit record. I'm going to do my best not to edit out anything so you can kind of watch what I'm doing. And I'm going to very awkwardly talk to myself in my house. That's what we're going to do now. I have this guy imported into a new i3D and it's in an LOD right now. I have a whole instruction on how to do LODs. My laziness is getting the best of me right now, because right here in this viewport setting, it says vertices. This one has more. It's more of a model, has more details to it, unlike the other one has less. That's basically what the LOD is, level of detail. So as we get further away, one LOD is going to show, so it taxes the system less, and vice versa. So we're just going to edit the one. And maybe when I'm not so tired, I'll come back and make an actual LOD, but I'm going to pull it out into Blender now. With it selected, I want it to go, because it's not fully in the center right now, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it's not fully in the center. Model isn't in the center. I'm going to grab everything and just scoot it to the center right now. At least my best my eyeballs can do. Oh, the game is going to crash. LODs don't like people. They don't like you. They're not your friend. They're great, but they're not your friend. They'll say nice things to you. They're not your friend. I'm going to scoot that over to the very center, and it looks like the wheels are on an LOD too. I have a lot of work to do here, it looks like. Looks like I have a ton of work to do. But right now, when this exports, it's going to change this translation and just zero it out. So when I do that, I want to try my very best to have it in the center here. I'm going to turn off this rigid body as well. Hopefully we don't get any more crashing going on. Is that in the center? Like the exact center? My eyeballs. This is all the stuff I usually edit out. Okay, I'm happy with that right now. It's funky on me because the way I rotated everything. But I just want the body out. I don't care about this anything else in here right now. Just want the body. File, exits, export selection. We're going to export in OBJ. And in my mods folder, I'm just going to make a little delete. A delete folder that I won't zip up when I go to share this with anybody. We're going to do carrier lift. Bye. Okay. Then I'm going to open that bad boy up in the old blends. Put it in the blends, baby. Give it to me. Is that raw stuff? Hope you guys are all doing well. Is the holiday season. All right, got my bad boy all loaded up. Got my little guy in here for reference. I'm going to go to File and Import. I'm going to go find where it says OBJ Wavefront. And I'm going to track down that mod. That mod was in my Farm Sim mods, Lizard Logistics. Sweet. There's that object. I hope it didn't scale it in super big. Nope, it didn't. Cool. And it put it exactly where I wanted it. Now, what all parts move with this? I think it's just this carriage thing. I think that's the only thing I really need to break up out of this. And please tell me you're going to be easy to break up. We're going to go into our edit mode by hitting tab, right? when you bring up tab, I'm gonna come up here to the top left. There's gonna be a vertice select, there's gonna be a edge select, and a face select. I want the face select, and I'm gonna highlight the face of whatever it is I want to start to grab. That's gonna be this guy, and start clicking away. Now, there is a faster way to do some of these. It just depends on where, because I don't want to grab any of this. So some tricks you can do is we can go into wireframe by holding the Z key. It'll bring up this radial dial, and then I just move it over. I'm gonna press C to make this circle select, and I can grab those pieces. Come around the whole bad boy here and just grab the low hanging fruit. Because you can press L and do face select on each individual face, but that is going to take you forever. So it's best to get as much as you can this way without accidentally grabbing anything else. There, I got it lined up perfectly where I can just bloop. And if I got to move a little bit, I'll move. The only thing I have left to grab is the wheels. And what is that? Is that a stopper? Like a stopper of some sort. Easy enough. So I was able to, if you look where these little dots are, if you select there, it'll select that whole face. So I'm actually going to get out like a bandit right now. Ooh, maybe not on that one. That one might be a little bit more difficult. Let's see. Please give it to me. Yes. Nice. Nice. This is an easy edit. Get over there, little mouse. Come on, little mouse. You can do it. All right. What I wanted. I wanted all that selected. With it all selected, I'm going to hit P to separate. And come back into here for material. And I'm going to go to this view. There we go. I'm going to set the origin of it by right-clicking, go to set origin. I'm just going to do geometry for right now. Just so I can, yeah, I'll probably just keep that. Now that goes up and down. That is cool. I don't know if any more of it's rigged up to do like smaller boxes and stuff. Let's look at inside the model, because if I take that designed in such a way that they can come in. What I'm talking about is for the smaller boxes on the map. But the problem is this isn't a piston. That's just a straight through. This whole bar right here is not a piston. So that's going to make it kind of a pain in the butt to make that extend in and out. I guess that slides, but I don't see how it slides even. Because if it's a piston, unless it's smaller, then no, they're the same size. Talking about this bar right here. Select it. This whole bar. Maybe I'm the only one seeing this. Mechanically, it does not look like it functions. This is not mechanically built. I do see the concept here to where this slides in and whatnot. So we could get rid of this bar on both sides and make it to where it's slid in. That wouldn't be too bad. We could do smaller boxes. I mean, frankly, the attacher point is going to be right in the center here. Just matter what size the box is, how long it is, and whatnot. It's still going to fit on there. But I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to get a little crazy with it. If it looks ugly, then we failed at life. We failed. I'm just going to select all these faces here. I'm probably going to miss some of them because it's a itty bitty little thingy. Come and angle it, go into our wireframe mode. This is the tedious parts of Blender. Okay, I grab all those faces. Okay, I get disoriented. I got that one now. Now I need to grab this guy. Accidentally grabbed a couple, which is fine. That top one right there. And blow. Okay. I have all those selected. I'm just going to separate those out now. And I'm going to move that to another collection. Holding. I'm going to call it holding for right now. And then I'm going to hide that collection. I want to try to track down these textures eventually. But now I need to separate this guy on the end here without selecting any of those faces. See if I can do this. At least in such a way, or let's see if we can grab them this way. And let go. Nice. Okay. Now that I have, I want to make sure that you just have that selected. I'm gonna hit separate on that. And then do the same thing here. Separate on that one. Go to solid. I'm gonna just set these to the origin of the geometry. Did that not work? Geometry, there we go. That origin to geometry. And if we look at the back of the seat, you notice that seat doesn't actually have any back rubber to it. So I'm just gonna make a little bit right now. Selecting both faces, I'm gonna press F, and then selecting those faces again, and selecting this face. Press F again, and same thing all the way down the line here. It's gonna look so ugly, but it won't be invisible to our back, and we won't be able to see it. We might be able to once we bring the textures in, and we take a look at that, we'll UV map them to a point that you can't really tell what you're looking at. It'll just look like the back of a seat. That's good enough. All right. What else? That housing doesn't move, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so this guy, these need to be a parent or a child of this guy. So we're going to collect those and do Control P and set parent to keep object transformation. So now when we move this guy, those guys move with him. And then they can also move independently. I think right in the center there is where I want to put my empty or my attacher. I think that would be, the Giants tools. Where's the Giants tool? Create empty. Okay. I mean, it was close. So we're going to go snap to cursor. Snap selection to cursor. Now, when we re-import this back in, I'm going to check the UV mapping. So it's still set up like a placeable. UV maps. Need to add a second UV map to it. That way the placeable shader, I think it's a placeable shader. Yep, placeable shader, which requires a second UV map. At least it did for FS25, so we're gonna find out real quick, huh? So now that that's applied, I'm going to just import it all back in. Layout. And we didn't re-UV map the back of it, but I have plans to do other stuff with it, and I'm getting kind of, I don't feel like digging for textures right now, you know? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So I'm gonna go to the i3D exporter, and I'm not doing any materials or any crazy stuff like that. We do want to put a material on it, just one. What are we gonna, let's name it. Same one as this. Container lift. Let's call it one on there. Okay, with it all selected, I'm gonna choose a file location to save it. Go to my lizard objects, I'm gonna go delete, and then set i3D export selected. Come back into this bad boy. I'm gonna import that delete into here. And you can see that it came in, it's flashing nice and cool right there. Okay, now that it's imported, I'm gonna hit save on. After I hit save, I'm gonna open it with a text editor. And inside the text editor, we are gonna locate those LODs we were talking about earlier. And we want the body one. So these LODs are gonna have a material ID attached to them. And I want this number. We're going to come down to the new body that I just imported in. Should be at the very bottom. This body right here. And we're going to change this material to 7. And this one to 7. This one to 7. One of those is empty, but it doesn't matter. And that one to 7, so it's safe. Now I'm going to come back in here and just hit reload on this guy. Now I can go through, and where the visuals are on the body, I'm just going to delete that bad boy for right now. Have any user attributes? Nope. I do need to make a new top thing. I'm going to add new wheels and stuff in there, so I'm not really worried about the wheels. I'm going to put brand new ones in there. I mean, I guess we could use those. They rotate, the visual wheel support. And they're already broken up for us. Are they a rigid body? No, they are not. I don't think they are. Might end up using those. But now this guy can move freely up and down. Whoop. What we've always ever wanted. Thing is the thing. Start making this into a mod. Oh, there's a, oh no. Okay, cool. I thought there was a light on the container. I was like, no, why would there be a light on the container? So I don't have to go back into Blender at all. I'm gonna hit save before this stuff crashes, because it loves crash, you know? It loves crash. Container, I've already exported it out once. We're not gonna use it in there. And there's the body. Just gonna drop the body back in here. Boop. This is gonna be our moving part. I'm gonna create another transform group. Moving tools. And I'm gonna drop that carrier right inside of there. Hit save on this guy. Come back to my Blender. We are gonna have to do a little bit in here. We need to make some collisions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and select a few faces. Now this process won't work for you unless you have a certain plugin called Collider Tools. It cost me money. I cannot remember how much. It might have been like 10 bucks. But it auto creates collisions for you based upon your selection. So if I'm gonna come up here and select the top faces of all these guys, just kind of the outermost extremities of everything. then it'll auto create a collision for that. Maybe not those. Maybe not those ones because it's going to auto create in that past the bar that I wanted. Just those ones. I'm going to press this little button under collider tools. I'm going to go convex hole. Just do a Google search for collider tools and it'll pop up on the Blender Market, the one that I'm using. Okay, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. So that's going to be our compound. Basically our main body for the little crane here. And we're going to come through, select these faces now, and do the same thing this side for our child collision. Tedious. I think I got all that selected now. I'm gonna press convex hole. And that isn't gonna work, huh? Nope, that's not gonna work. Close. Because of the wheels. I'm gonna come back into here and I'm actually gonna unselect some of these bottom ones here. Guess I'm gonna unselect all those bottom ones here. Except for there was one over here, so it just comes out a little bit. Wait, there's a little bit of a bumper if you bump into stuff. Okay, right there. One doesn't have it though. Urgh, you're a pain in the butt. I think that'll do it. We're gonna try it. Yeah, that's better. I can live with that. And then we'll just duplicate that once we throw it in there. So back under my Giants editor tutorial, or not tutorial. I need some sleep. I need to stop modding. I'm gonna have it selected. I'm gonna come under rigid body and I need to click this compound child thingamajiggy right here. And we are gonna go vehicle and press apply. And I'm gonna select the other one, uncheck that, click dynamic, and click compound. And then I'm gonna click apply. The way this collider tools works, it makes these children of the model you did it on. So I need to clear that out using Alt and P. And then I'll go clear and keep transformation. Now with those two selected, I can just export those out using the Giants exporter here. Import it into here. And there is the basics. Check, make sure our collision's transferred over. Yep. Compound child checked. Collision, vehicle, solid. We be good. We're gonna duplicate that on the x-axis. Just put a negative there so it jumps right over to the other side. These are two child. 001. Two. I swear I pressed 2. 2, and then we're gonna go. That's gonna be our component. We're gonna drag all of this stuff into there. Now it's in there. For collisions, we are gonna remove these old ones. Delete them. We have new ones now. I'm going to delete this old container thing, move this up one, hit save, and Our carrier body. So it didn't export the empty that I created. Maybe I didn't have it selected. Kind of lames. That's okay. We can come right up here to transform group. Just cut it. Paste it inside the body right here. Gonna move it up to the top. That way these guys have room. Is that the front or the back? Arm front. Arm back. Attacher. Go take a peek at that attacher really quick. Kind of where we want it. It has the same problem that we had before, where we had it lined up just perfect. We're gonna put it right in there, right at the base of it. Okay. While having that collision selected, we're gonna come up to shape, and we're just gonna check this box as non-renderable. Click on rigid body, double check that it's compound child, collision, all that. Go and double do this one as well. And we're gonna do the top layer comp. Go through the whole mod and make sure that there is nothing that says static collision on it, because then we will have some issues. You say static lights, but they're not collisions. So and that's what I don't know, if these guys are collisions or not, or were they just visual LOD. Those are the wheels. That's what I'm a tad curious about with these wheels, because there's clearly a wheel. Oh, okay, there's the wheel. That's going to be the part that spins and turns and stuff. Actually, that's the part that spins. This is going to be my rot node. That'll be fun to code up. And so basically, I just made a new XML document, and over on the right, I have the base game truck open. I copied all this initial stuff just into a new document, so I can slowly add in what I need. And then I have a boat that I made, right, that doesn't have any wheels that's being called in. It just has the rapport so that I can call in the wheels that are in game. Then after that, I took and added this code right here, drive node, because this is going to be the part that turns, and this is going to be the part that actually drives. So now I'm just going to go into the i3D and match up these wheels right here with the rapports and with the drive node. So if we look at the first one, first left, this is going to be my turning one. So I'm going to grab that one, that 4.0. I'm going to drop it in this rapport right here. Then next, I'm going to grab the actual spinning wheel, which is going to be this one, 0401. Drop that in the drive node. Now for the radius, these are monstrous tires. So I need to do a quick test to see how big the tires are. We're going to paste one of these transform groups into the wheel and then raise it up. I think it's more in the center, isn't it? How that one works. I'm gonna move it out just a little bit. I'm gonna raise it up to the top of the wheel. I need a light in this mod. Maybe just a hair more. And then I'm gonna copy this 0.07. This is gonna be now my radius. I'll just put that in there. Oh, nope, I'm not gonna put that full thing in there. There we go. 0.07, that's gonna be my radius. Oop, change the width. That, I'm gonna go through and change all these up. And I am going to hit pause for a second because I am going to code up the rest of these rapports and drive nodes with the rest of the wheels.
All right, I got the file name pointed at the right i3D path. I'm just going to use the stock in-game sounds for right now, only having one component right now. I rigged up the wheels. I need to start adding some more code in here. So I'm going to go down the line here, and it needs to be enterable. So we're going to copy all this enterable code. We're going to paste that in there. We probably should create a reference enter node just so we know where to actually go. I'll just put that in the main guy right here, right at the stairwell. So we'll have our enter and get out like right here by the wheels. And I'm going to copy that 07 code. I'm just going to put that right here and put the exit point there as well. We need some cameras in this. I don't have any cameras yet. Cannot get in it. We are going to hold off on the character node for right now. We're going to come back to the camera when I feel like putting that in here in a minute. Eventually, we're going to have some attacher joints that we're going to have to install. It is drivable, but currently there's no steering wheel. So I'm going to put that in there. It needs a fill unit. We're going to have to put in an exact fill unit in there as well. This one. So we have a camera to do. We have an exact fill unit to do. I'm just going to copy this motorized section as well. Configurations, exhaust, there we go. Copy all that. Don't need to change anything in here yet. I don't have enough differentials nor wheels for how many wheels are actually on it. We need to add 2 more wheels and 1 more differential set, but we'll do that in momentarily. We are going to need to do cylinder and moving parts because we're going to have a part that moves. So we're gonna need to, it's not gonna be on an anchor joint though. I'm gonna remove that and we're gonna come and take a look at the carrier lift body right here. And we're gonna take that index path and paste that right in to our moving tool. Going down the line here, we don't have any lights yet. So I'm gonna put the code in there, but I'm gonna go through and block out the comments on the lights because there's none installed. We are going to need a AI traffic collision trigger, which I do think there's actually one already in this bad boy. It's at the very top. AI traffic collision nodes. We'll copy that index path, paste it right there. Foliage bending. We're not going to dial that in yet. Just getting all the code in here. Washable wearable, check, and i3D mappings, check. That's all the stuff we need. The big thing we need to fix in order to get this to work in game right now is cameras. So we need to throw a camera in here. I don't think there is any. I don't see any cameras. So we're gonna hit save. We're gonna go to import. We are gonna go track down the lizard truck. Like usual, man. I always go for the lizard truck. The simplest way to get it done. Make a camera set. Okay, pick up collision cameras right there. We're just gonna take that whole thing, drop it in here for right now. I'm gonna delete that old one. We have cameras down at the bottom here, and we need to start rigging up our cameras. So we need this first camera node, and that will be this outdoor camera inside of here. So we'll take that 0008, paste that bad boy into here. Now the rotate node, this is the parent of that camera we just copied. So it's the outdoor camera target is what the name of it is. It's what the camera rotates around. So from there, we'll put that there, like that. And I think is that it for that line? Yeah, that's it for that line. For the raycast nodes, we're going to copy those. There's actually 3 of them in here. So 8.2, 8.3. We're going to grab that other camera node now for the indoor camera. Copy on it. Hit paste. This has a shadow box that we need to grab. Ooh, and it didn't bring it in. Or I didn't grab it, one or the other. So I just brought it back in really quick. And I'm just going to drag it inside my cameras. Oh, not there. Anywhere inside camera. There we go. Okay. I'm going to delete that pickup again. Ooh. Grab that index path. Change it up here. And we're looking good. Great. This guy is rigged. Even will work to a point. We don't have an attacher joint on it yet, but it's rigged. I don't think I have a mod disk for this yet. So copy that. Actually, we're gonna do save as. Make a copy of this. My lizard logistics. Perfect. Make a name really fast. Lizard. Good enough for me. Mod description. There is no icon in there. I'm gonna get some icon errors, but I do want to just like try it out. See how it works, you know? What's taking me 36 minutes to make this so far? I literally haven't paused too much, just like when loading, doing silly stuff like that. So that should, I think we're on 93 now. Somebody wrote on my post. I'll hit save. It's reaching in. Nope, that's not right. It's reaching into the XML container lift. And I'm going to change the name on here so it says something different. Yeah, we're going to get some store icon errors when I first load up. Freaking sweet, right? See if it works. Yeah, I guess before we go in, we should see where our outdoor camera is. We're going to move this around right now. So I'm going to move the outdoor camera target to like right here. I'm going to move the indoor camera like right here. There we go. Make sure this comp is a compound. Okay. I think we should be okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't really move this shadow focus box, but initial testing. Save. I'm loading up the game. It's time to load up the game. I always like you guys to be with me on the big reveal because, you know, once we open it up, the log error pops up, and if there's errors, I have to edit this video. No, I'm just kidding. Let's try it. Oh, that's gay. What happened? It spawned in the map. I think there's some code to lift that up. Damn. Looks like I have to edit this now. So, oh, okay. GTD. I messed this up here. I'll show you. Okay, up here in the top right, I have my component selected in the scenograph, but in the top right attributes, my translations and stuff are all twacked up. They need to be 000, and I wasn't paying attention. That's when it's time to like go to bed, right? So I'm just gonna duplicate the comp. It's gonna duplicate everything else as well. Just delete all that. Okay, after you have it right where you want it, I want it up there. I'm gonna go freeze transformations and translate, zero all that out. Now all this stuff from there to there, I'm gonna highlight it, click and drag into that one, move it up to the top again, delete this bottom one, and I messed that up because everything got freaking messed up. Look at it. It didn't copy the way I wanted it. So go collapse all. Let me open that up. Here we go. I'm just going to hit copy. Nope, that one didn't work either. Okay, so click and drag. How about that one? That one going to work? That one worked. That wasn't very professional. Sorry, guys. But now it should be working. We have a zeroed out comp with a dynamic rigid body. I should be able to hit save. Come into here. Go to this previous screen, reload, and bingo. Now we're good. Look at that thing. It's huge, huh? Look at that. Not error-free the first time. But now that we're loaded, okay, we're missing some indexes. Oh, we forgot the root node. I mean, it loaded, but we forgot the root fill node. I'm gonna go back to loading this guy into here real quick. I get tired, sirs. Where is that at? You can't find something. Just go like this. Oh, look, there it is. And then we're gonna come back into here and I'm gonna paste it at the bottom. Delete this guy. Copy the index path. Open up our XML that we had open. We're gonna go to the fill unit section right here. We need to paste that in there. Come back into this guy. We're gonna go store items reload on this next run. Did it not do the correct? It's weird because we just copied, right? We didn't do anything to that one and it's still given an error reload. Or maybe we got to go back. Hold on. This is why. Or did it not do that? Brain thinking. Please add warning fill node. Don't mind the missing DDS. We have not made a store icon yet, but that's so strange because the exact fill node we just copied it out of something. Look, exact fill root node. It's exact. It's how you put fuel in it. Just double check everything. Did this save? Exact fill root node 9. Okay. Save in here. Back out of here. Do a store items reload again. Okay, cool. That error went away. We can see that our wheels are made up, but they're the wrong way though. We're gonna have to create some invisible ones and move them out a little bit because you see these second lines here. Those are the edge of the wheel, and here's the start of the wheel. So the way that they made these wheels, that they're more inland than anything. Let's buy it. Think we can drive it? Don't mind the store icon error. I know it's hard to watch that. It's hard to watch errors. Where you at? Oh, look at this guy. That's pretty cool. Legit, right? And we can... Wow, that guy. Oh. Because I moved my recording screen. We, like, legit did something. Okay. Let's see why that isn't working. Is because we didn't really set it up. I just put the code in there. I didn't really set it up at all. But this body is at... Let's see. It's perfectly centered in the center of it. We want to figure out what the max height is and what the least height we're going to do. So I think max we're going to come up is going to be like 9.5, and low we're going to go down probably like the base of that. Is that realistic? Probably right where the stopper is, huh? We'll just come right to the stopper. So max was 9.5, minimum is 3.2. What does all that mean? It means we come here. Translation. So we're going to go max of 9.5 and minimum of 3.2. And we want to make sure that is on the y-axis. Okay, this thing's rotated. So I'm going to make it a bit of a challenge. I'm going to duplicate it. Delete all this stuff. I'm going to apply the rotation. Apply. Then I'm going to highlight all this stuff, drag it back to the new body, delete the old body. And now we have a zeroed out rotation that can go up and down on the second y-axis. Think. We'll run with that. Save. Make sure we hit save in here. Bring up our game. I'm going to go vehicle reload this time. Okay. And let's just use our other keys here. This one. What is it? I remember shift. I know if you drag your mouse, it does it. All right. Oh, man, I do not want to do that. You hear that? That is painful. I gotta figure out what key that is. Games. Farm sim. I got stuff for this. Crane. Where's my crane tools? Here we go. Crane tools. There we go. That goes all the way up. And we can add another moving tool to make it go all the way to, make the arms go in and out. Just like basically make an animation and assign it to a moving tool. Now I can pick up boxes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's time for bed. Oh, life is good and you know it. Boop, boop. Life is good and you know it. Now, there's a handful of things I probably didn't do already, but that's going to be the end of me recording for right now. It's been a long day making tutorial videos and doing all kinds of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.